On Friday, there was a major story that the corporate news media buried, but you should know about. And it took me a couple of days to really analyze it in a fair way, which is what we always do here. So I don't rush it on the air. But this is something that you really should pay attention to, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So Friday, April 19th, the Biden administration very quietly, all right, through the Department of the Interior, announces that they are restricting a mass amount of leases and drilling on federal land in Alaska. That's oil, shale, all of that. Okay, so they're saying, nah, you can't drill there. Can't look for any energy products there. Massive amount of property. Okay, this was the announcement. Go.
Today, President Biden announced that his administration is taking action to conserve more than 13 million acres in the Western Arctic and to honor the culture, history, and enduring wisdom of the Alaska natives who lived on these lands for generations. From safeguarding sacred lands near the Grand Canyon to protecting Alaskan treasures, the Biden-Harris administration is conserving more than 41 million acres of lands and waters.
Okay, so this is a global warming play, but they're hiding behind the indigenous people. Okay, fine. Now, why should you care? Well, number one, what they're saying isn't true, according to Senator Dan Sullivan of Alaska. Roll his tape.
I've been in the Senate 9 years. I have never seen such a cynical and dishonest display coming out of any presidency. When this president on Friday with Secretary Holland announced that they did this because the Alaska Native, the indigenous people on the North Slope of Alaska asked them to, they wanted them to. The leaders of the North Slope of Alaska were unanimous in opposition to this.
And that's true because the money that comes into the indigenous people through oil exploration and the other energy concerns is enormous. It's like a big casino gambling without the casino. Okay, but the Biden administration doesn't care about that because it knows that most Americans, that's way up in the Arctic and this and that. But listen to this. So in the future, energy sales, the exports of energy, will make or break economies. So if you have to import oil like China, you are weak. If you export it and sell it abroad, like the United States, you are strong. Because we have more than enough energy here to support our own people and then sell abroad. And the more energy we have, the better, because then we don't have to buy any from OPEC, Saudi Arabia, these people. All right, everybody pretty much knows that pays attention. But here's something that's worse. So Biden is doing this to appease the global warming fanatics. That's why he doesn't care about the indigenous people. He doesn't know what the word indigenous means, Biden. Okay, so he's appeasing the global warming people. But there are two other huge oil exporters, Iran and Russia. Iran, let me give you some of the stats, okay? They sold $36 billion worth of oil in the last 12 months. $36 billion for Iran come into the mullah's treasury. That supports all their terrorism all over the world, and it props up their secret police and military so the people can't overthrow the mullahs, which they would if they could. So in 1 year, 36 billion cash right in. Now, who's buying? China is their main customer, but there are other people who buy from Iran. Are there any sanctions against those countries that buy from Iran? No. No. Biden doesn't sanction it. So he restricts our ability to harvest oil if we need to do it, but Iran, free, do whatever you want. Russia, Putin finances his whole government by selling oil, okay? $100 billion last year flowed into Moscow. All right? That means he can invade any country he wants to invade, and he has in Ukraine, as we all know. And he can do every nefarious activity on earth. Who buys from Russia? China, India, Turkey, and Brazil are their biggest countries that buy oil from Russia. The EU doesn't because of the war. Okay, have any sanctions been leveled against China, India, Turkey, or Brazil by the Biden administration? No. None. So this is so hypocritical, I can't even put an adjective to it. So Biden punishes America, but at the same time allows Iran and Russia to sell all the oil they want all over the world, polluting the world. What good is it going to do, global warming, if the oil sales in Iran and Russia are through the roof? Nothing. India and China aren't going to cooperate in global warming. The whole thing is just a ruse. So this is a terrible story. How many people do you think you know about this? Go out tonight, if you talk to another human being, or tomorrow, and ask him, hey, do you know what Biden did with the oil drilling in Alaska? They don't have any idea. They have no idea all the money going to Iran, all the money going to Putin. And Biden doesn't do anything about it at all, nothing. Oh, we're a big global warming warrior. Oh, my God. And I have to tell you, I know you're going to get mad, but he doesn't even know any of this, Biden. He's not capable of assimilating information anymore. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.